103.
103. You started with a slurp.
Sorry, that's my tea. Oh, my tea for 103.
Oh, what kind of tea are you drinking?
Oh, man, we're going to get on a rant here. So, actually, it's not going to be a rant because I don't even know what kind of tea it is, but it's decaf because it's too late for this grandpa to drink calf. Hold on.
Right.
Hold on. Keep talking about tea.
I am also drinking tea, which is one of the reasons why I asked, and I am drinking lemon ginger tea out of this lovely mug that I got from Marisa, and it has your face on it, sir.
Awesome. So back to my tea, because my tea is the most important. I'm drinking some honeybush from South Africa.
Oh.
Yeah, so as you know, I've been sugarless since January 1st, and this tea was touted as the sweetest tea without, just its flavor had a hint of sweetness. I like my sweet tea. So I have some honeybush in here. I have some French vanilla nut pod. Are you familiar with nut pods?
I don't know about nut pods.
So let me tell you about nut pods. Nut pods are a little something special. They are dairy-free creamers made with almond milk and coconut milk with no sugar. So, but they're actually very delicious, and there's different flavors. You can get whatever you want. If you think about a flavor, they probably have it. So I add that to it. Yeah. And that's where I'm currently at with my tea situation.
That sounds lovely. I don't ruin my tea or my coffee with sugar or cream. But I guess if you do want to, then those are some good options.
I don't know why I like the cream, but I like the cream. I don't like black coffee. I wish I liked it. I just don't.
Yeah, I like black coffee, no sugar in it, no cream in it, just plain dark black coffee. It's delicious.
Well, I'm happy with the fact that I'm happy with black coffee with creamer in it and no sugar because I've always been a big sugar person in my coffee.
I think you adjust over time. Like I kind of slowly, I used to drink coffee with sugar and creamer and it just kind of adjusted over time. And now if I switch back to it, I hate it. It's way too sweet. So it's something that I think you can acquire the taste, You
can wean yourself off of it.
Yeah, you could be a weenie if you want.
So,
there's no shame. No shame in being a weenie.
I'm happy with my current life choices. I don't know what it is about this tea stuff. This has been a new nightly ritual for me since January, but like it knocks me out. Like I'll have this before bed and it's like, as soon as I'm done, it's like, ooh, I am tired.
Yeah.
Just the warm, I don't know.
Nice little treat. I like it.
All right. So enough about our teas. I guess we should go on and talk about 103s.
Yeah.
All right. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right, Grace. Running often gets me out of a slum, but it's also pretty dumb. Maybe we can discuss all the ways it brings us glee on episode 103.
Woo!
I'm Eric, Idiot Runner Kosek.
And I'm Grace, Hot Pants Langheim. Eric is all business in the front of the pack, and I am all about the party in the back.
That's right, business up front and party in the back. Together, we are the Running Mullet.
And we are going to talk about every aspect of running, the podium to the DNF and everything in between.
If you are a runner, this show is for you. Now sit back, get out your foam roller, and enjoy the party. So we currently have a bunch of live viewers tuned in to hopefully comment and listen and discuss about why running is dumb. Why would anybody want to run? Why would anybody want to be a runner? Why would you waste your time with this stupid sport? Get you nowhere, waste of time. But anyway, how was your weekend, Grace?
Okay, so we'll start. Yeah, we'll start with weekend. Weekend was good. Jason and I, we usually keep it pretty low key for Valentine's Day. We stayed in because we thought it's a little chilly. Jason got me some lovely flowers, and we got takeout, and then did some running around with friends at Lake Williams, and then I did some hiking with Lacey on Sunday. So it was a very chill weekend compared to all the previous weekends this year where it's been racing. So it was very nice. How about you?
Good. Yeah, it was good. Saturday we did West Rim Trail, which was very wintry. It was very wintry. Wasn't as bad as I thought it could have been, though. We kind of waited to the last minute to really figure out what we were doing because there was a storm coming, but then timing wise, and then West Rim's a kind of trail that there's valleys in there that don't see the sun for 6 months in the winter. So it could be treacherous. But anyway, we all had spikes. It was not deep snow, but it was enough to make it hard and slow. Still worth it. Definitely didn't think about turning around or anything like that. So we had a good time.
Yeah.
Laura, Becky, myself, and Kaylee.
That sounds lovely.
It was nice. There's a bunch of vistas on the West Rim, views that are pretty amazing. It's one of the best parts about that 30-mile trail. It was kind of like a snowy day, overcast day, so you couldn't really get the full view. But hey, it was a 30-mile trail run in February, so I'll take it.
Yeah. With awesome people. What did you get Becky for Valentine's Day? Did you get her anything?
We don't do Valentine's Day.
Okay, so you're like, let's spend our money on cooler stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. We agreed on that a while ago that Valentine's Day was just another day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But I mean, I do understand the point of it, and I anybody that likes to celebrate it, that's fun. That's awesome. Happy love to everybody, and I hope everybody's my Valentine and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I have something serious I need to tell you about.
Oh, okay.
I'm tired of winter.
Yeah. Same.
I mean, it's 8 degrees tonight. I'm tired of getting up. I'm not tired of getting up early. I'm tired of opening the door to an Arctic tundra of cold hellscape. And my roads are pure ice, Grace, and it's cold. The wind was like 430 miles today. I measured it, miles per hour.
Yeah.
That's hot. I'm done.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's stupid at this point. Running is dumb in these conditions at this point. You can't talk me out of that.
Yeah.
All right. So running is dumb. I think we can move on to this.
Okay. Do you feel better now? Do you feel better? Did you get all that out of your system?
No, it's still there, and it's still going to marinate in there, and I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, and it's still going to be horrible.
Yeah.
I ran 96 times around a track today.
Ooh, why'd you do that?
Because it's dumb. I'm dumb. There was nowhere else to do anything.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad. It was my first experience with like long run on a track.
Yeah.
And I had good company. I was by myself, so.
That's nice.
Yeah, but no, I'm seriously like, this winter, or I'm getting old, but I'm moving to Florida. That's it. Pack it up.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
I don't know. They got snow not too long ago in Florida, so I don't know if that's going to save you.
All I want to do is open the weather app I look at and see that a week from now there's something to look forward to. And every time I do, Grace, there's nothing to look forward to because a week from now is 8 degrees and 4 degrees and freezing.
Yes.
Tell it to stop.
Okay. I'll work on it.
I'm done.
On my list of things to do.
All right.
Stop.
What do you got on your dome piece there? Is that a buff or is that a handkerchief of sorts?
It is a handkerchief, indeed.
You know how to tie a handkerchief knot, do you?
I do. I've been a big fan of the handkerchief ever since I was a kid. And I was a big fan of some handkerchief wearing music moguls. I like Axl Rose. I still like Axl Rose and Prince. They liked a good handkerchief.
Do you think they would have wore like a half buff if it were available at the time?
I'm sure they would have. I think they would have worn a half buff. I think if it said "Idiot Runner" on it, they would wear it with pride. I'm sure.
Do you think the half buff kind of took away the handkerchief chief idea on the head, or is there different purposes for both?
Oh, there's definitely a time and a place for both.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like a good hanky. I like keeping a hanky with me.
Do you take it off your head and blow your nose with it and then put it back on your head?
No, that's disgusting.
All right, moving on.
Here's the first thing that I thought was interesting with this topic of running is dumb is neither one of us were runners like in school or anything like that. Neither one of us we both got into running later in our lives. So there was a time in my life, at least, where I really did think that running was not dumb. It just wasn't for me. I think I wasn't really interested in it. I sucked it up for, the Presidential Physical Fitness Award. And some years I would just walk the mile, but I did not. I was not a runner growing up, and neither were you, right?
No, I definitely was not. I played baseball in high school, so we ran a little bit, but like to do the actual chore of running for fun, people that was stupid. And I was literally, before I started running, not long before I started running, I watched the Pine Creek Marathon, which is no longer, but it runs on dirt roads up around Pine Creek, up around here. Went there with friends, and I was watching them run, and I remember saying it out loud. I'm like, why would anybody want to run for 26 miles?
Yeah.
Point two. So I know that saying is said a lot, but like I literally was that person.
Yeah. I was definitely that person. And so growing up, I was very active growing up. My sport was dance. I was competitive with it. And, but I did no running whatsoever with dance. So I didn't get into it until it was much later in life. I do remember volunteering once for a 5K, and it was through a nonprofit that I was involved in. And so I remember seeing people, and we were at the turnaround with our dog, and people love seeing the dog at the turnaround. And I just thought, yeah, why don't you just hang out with our dog? Why are you running? That doesn't make any sense.
Like you can stop at any point, you don't have to keep doing that running thing you're doing.
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with your head?
Yeah. Yeah. And now I do it all the time. And the crazy thing is I look forward to it and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I think you have a couple of screws loose.
I think so too. And so we asked out on the social medias, we asked people, I just posted out there, running is dumb, discuss, because we were trying to think of a topic for today, and we got some really, really great comments. And so I thought we could start with some of the comments that we got. One of my favorites came from Barb, whose trail name is Miss America, and she just said, "You're dumb." And so
I really, that one stood out to me. I don't know if I hit the love button or not, but I'm on team that comment for sure. You are dumb.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Mm-hmm. It hits the nail right on that head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's another one. My other top top favorite comment was from Greg St. John that said, if running is dumb, then I guess that makes me an idiot. Oh, I see what you did there. That was a good one.
What else? What other people say? Why is running dumb?
Okay. From John McKissick says, it is, but it calms the crazy, sorta, and it brings together the most amazing people I've met. Oh, I love that one.
You think he's talking about like you? Probably not talking about you.
No, probably not. No, probably not talking about you either.
No, I highly doubt anybody would talk about me in that context.
Yeah. All right. Here's one from Kaylee Frederick, because she is a fan of the show, and we've had Kaylee on a couple of times, and I want to read Kaylee's. You ready for Kaylee's?
I am prepared.
Okay, it's a long one, so you got to settle in. You got to get ready for story time. You ready for story time?
Grab my tea here and sit back. Yep.
Okay, sit back, get your tea. All righty. Kaylee says running is really very great, but it is also very dumb. It's a tad contradictory sometimes. Training seems very, very dumb when it's 5 a.m. and -6 degrees outside and snowing and windy and the roads are icy, but you've got to go and get your run in anyway. Training seems very silly when you have to get up earlier than everyone else to get your run in every day you're on vacation and supposed to be relaxing. Racing seems very silly when it's in the middle of the night and you're struggling and you're tired and your feet hurt, but you can't slow down because you got paces to hit and things to do. But when it's all said and done, it doesn't seem so silly anymore. It will actually all go rather quickly when it's over. And we'll think about all the times we were really silly and running was really dumb, and we'll be grateful it all happened because running really is the greatest sport to exist. And in the moment, we may not know why we put ourselves through it, but we also know it's all very worth it, and we wouldn't want it any other way.
I feel like that was a very good representation of how Kaylee would have read that herself too.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I channeled my inner Kaylee. We're pretty much the same. We had a big discussion about this, Kaylee and I. We're pretty much the same pace, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty much do the same things, you know, same workouts.
Right.
Yeah. We're pretty much the same age.
Yeah, she just said the same thing. Grace is basically me.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's good to know. Science, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Science. We're pretty much the same person. It's fine.
Huh. Another fan of the show and who we've had on, Donald Hawk. He had like his top 10 list of through the years of why people think he's dumb and dumb for running. Some of the more popular ones, I guess you hear, but like running takes you away from family time, I guess. And first thing that popped in my head was like, any running adventure I go on, my whole fam usually heads out with me. So it's like a win-win. So yes. So there's.
I agree with that. For you, for me, I don't have that. So like my family doesn't come, but I have added so many family members into my life because of running, because now there's all these people who I call family who I'm very close to now.
And not only that, but if your hobby didn't allow you to go do the races, you would be at home miserable. And nobody wants a miserable Grace. I've seen it. It's scary. It's frightening. So I mean,
it's a lot of things. Actually, before I got into running, I was a workaholic. I worked a lot. And it was to the point at which it was incredibly unhealthy and it was damaging. I was damaging my relationship with my husband. It was not good. And so I do need something else to fulfill my world, to make my head sane. And it's good if it's something that can contribute, I can have healthy relationships through it, and I can release some anxiety so I can go home and be a better wife, be a better friend, be a better employee. Because it was too much. I was working way too much.
Yeah. And you know what? Running is dumb. Going back to what you said about having more family members now than ever because of running. running is dumb because before running, I was a secluded gnome in the forest, and I was happy to be by myself, other than, obviously Becky and my kids and all that stuff. But I didn't really look for friends. I didn't find friends. And running's dumb because now I have like hundreds of people that I feel like are my friends and that I could talk to all day about this dumb sport that we all have in common. So that's dumb.
Yeah, and it's spot on. And I don't know if I've ever told you this story before. I may not have told you this story. You want to settle in for this one? You ready?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell everybody. And hopefully we don't have too many listeners to this episode. So I have always been surprise, I've been a little bit type A. Does that surprise you? And I've always been very goal oriented. Like I love goal setting for the beginning of the year and all those things. And so I've been driven I always have something going on in my life, if not 12 things that I'm working on and working toward. And so years ago, after I got done going to college and getting married and doing all those things, and I got kind of settled into my job, I had decided to quit smoking. I was very excited about that. So I started to take care of my health and I started running, and I was enjoying running. And then I set my goals for 2015. So this was 10 years ago. I had been running for about a year. And my number one goal for 2015 was to make a friend, because I realized that I didn't have any friends. The only people I kind of considered friends were people I worked with. And someone close to me had said, like, did you ever notice the people around you? You don't really have a lot in common with them. It's just because you work with them. And I never noticed that about myself until they pointed it out. And it was kind of this big shift in my head where I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have friends. And growing up, I was not popular. I didn't have a lot of friends. I would normally be seen on the recess with a book in front of me. I read a lot. And so I had a goal to make a friend. And I posted it. There was a Facebook group for running, and I was a lurker for a long time. And then I finally posted in there that I was looking for somebody to run with. And my friend Elise, who's still a friend to this day, was the first person to respond to that. And I met her running. We met in the morning and we ran together. And that is how so I got into running before I knew anybody, and I did it just by myself. It was my own solo thing. But now I'm so thankful to call like all these people my friends, and it's wild because they're not just friends. Like I feel like I have 50 big brothers and 20 little sisters and 30 big sisters. I feel like I have all these brothers and sisters who take care of me, and I take care of them, and it's pretty awesome. But yeah, that was my goal. Isn't that sad?
No, it's not really that sad at all. I mean, I was similar. I didn't like my whole social life is totally opposite now that I'm in running than what it used to be, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm still awkward if I have to go to a function that's not running related. Like I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to talk about. I just kind of, and then like hope they like, usually I wear a running shirt, and if they say something about running, then that's like, yeah, okay. But
I'm pretty good in social situations because I've always been a boss. Like I've had like direct reports since I was like 17. So but you never want to, when you're the boss, you usually don't have friends. So because I got in my work life, I got into leadership so young. I never really had friends. I don't know. And I wonder if part of it was like a comfort thing so that I had an excuse to not have friends, because Like,
Oh,
what if people just don't like me?
this is turning into a 1-hour session.
Man, people might not like me, Eric.
I mean, I'm okay with people not liking me. I don't know. That might not be a good thing, but it's okay. As long as I'm allowed to not like you. Not you, but
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
anybody else. Like,
Yeah.
hey, to each their own.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get back to reasons why running is dumb. Running will destroy your knees, and that's stupid. It destroys your
Yes.
joints. It gives you arthritis.
Uh-huh.
You won't be able to walk by the time you're 65, probably. You're going to be in a wheelchair. You're going to have surgeries with fake knees, fake hips, fake elbows. So
your uterus will fall out.
your uterus will probably just fall right out the vajayjay. And then you got to pick that up, and it's going to be embarrassing because there's going to be people around, and you'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a runner," and just shove that sucker back in. But you don't want to get in those situations, so stop running, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's been proven that running, fights off arthritis and
it does.
that. So there's still a lot of science and studies being done out there about the benefit and the stuff that could hurt you from running, but
sure,
most of those old style rumors are on the false side.
Yeah. Most of the rumors are starting to get
taken
out.
Debunked.
Absolutely.
I like the word debunked.
It is a good word.
Yeah.
That's the word of the day.
Thank you.
It's most of that stuff is getting debunked now, thankfully, because it does not. Running does help your knees. It does fight off arthritis. It's running too much too soon. Usually, that is the thing to stay away from. But for the most part, running is very good for you.
Yeah, I like this one. This is another one from Donald. But like, why do you keep racing when you don't win?
Yeah.
Like, that's like, if you're signed up for a race, you should be trying to win. If you're not winning, what do you keep trying for?
Yeah. Which that one always cracks me up, especially, we talk about this being in the back of the pack. Usually I get people in the back of the pack who think that I'm either new to this or I just don't train very hard. Like, I'm not very good at, like, I don't take it seriously enough. And that's why I'm in the back. Right. and really, I train all the time. Anybody who follows me on Strava knows that I'm out there running all the time. I just happen to be a back of pack runner, and I'm never going to win. And I'm still going to go out and run every day, or not every day, but almost every day. And I'm going to train hard, and I'm going to continue to not win, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It cracks me up.
Yeah, it's dumb because it's boring.
Yeah.
So boring.
I liked Jill Underkoffler's comment. If I didn't run, I'd do really dumb things. Agreed. That was a good one.
Yep. What else stands out to you? Anything?
Marisa, as always, has a great. She has put in a great comment. Do you want to hear Marisa's?
Well, yeah.
Wow, it's always good. Ready?
Yeah, go.
Why Running is Dumb by Marisa Kovac. Dumb is a highly subjective word. Amusement parks, dumb. Kanye West fashion line, dumb. Long nails, dumb. Okay, just for the record, I don't necessarily agree with all of hers because she said current rap, dumb. Marisa, I have to send you some things because there's some good stuff out there. Let me tell you. Okay, back to Marisa. Botox and plastic surgery, dumb. Also, I mean, you do you. It's fine. Spending $12 on a cup of coffee with a fancy name, dumb. America's obsession with YouTube and influencers, dumb. Especially podcasters. I added that. All of those things are dumb to me. And when desperate housewife Susan down the street catches me running hill repeats at 5 a.m. when it's 1 degree out and she hasn't gone to sleep yet because she's been up binge watching the Kardashians and waiting for her eyelash glue to dry, she might think I'm dumb, and that's okay. There's a thin line between dumb and obsessed, foolish and restless, crazy and headstrong. I've been towing that line my whole life. Why stop now? Oh, man.
She's so darn good.
So good. She's so good. I love it. I love Marisa.
All good stuff. Well, anybody that listens to us, I don't know why you listen to us, but if you do, already know that running's not dumb. It's one of the greatest sports out there if you just give it a try and immerse yourself in the whole sport and community. And I can't think of a darn thing that actually is dumb about it.
I mean, it's not for everyone, and that's okay. I think other people have that. Some people like pickleball, and that's okay.
Yep. I'm not here as a runner to try to gather people that aren't non-runners to get them to join the sport. You have to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, then that's fine. But those people don't have to judge what they don't know. I was in those shoes too.
Yeah, agreed. I think that's the thing is might not be your bag. Just like Marisa said, that's not your thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
But it's not dumb for us.
Is that enough dumb talk?
That's enough dumb talk. I like it.
All right. What are we doing this weekend?
This weekend I am volunteering at the Hanover 7-miler. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to be doing some flag work. A little bit of this.
Is this part of the winter race series thing?
Yep. This is race number 8 out of 9. So we're almost there. We're in the home stretch. Yep. It's exciting. So I'm going to volunteer on Saturday, and then on Sunday, I'm going to run the Squirrely Tail Twale 1 half marathon.
Nice.
It's one of Scott Newcomer's races. Scott.
That got postponed, correct?
Yeah, it did get postponed. It was originally the day after I finished the Duck. So I was pretty excited to hear that it got postponed. And that's not like Scott. Scott's, he's an OG runner. He's been trail running for a long time. And the OG runners, they tend to be, I think, a little not necessarily on the side of caution. He's running every single condition, and for him to postpone something means that the trails were really, really in poor condition, and he didn't want people to get hurt, and that's very understandable. So he did postpone the race by 2 weeks, and so it's going to be this Sunday, and I'm super excited to run it.
Nice.
Yeah. What are you doing this weekend?
I don't know. Running, because that's what we do on the weekends. Our weekends aren't complete without running. Weekends are dumb if you don't run.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. Lauren has a final indoor meet at Bucknell. It's her final chance to qualify for indoor states meet at Penn State. So she's going to run the 3,000. I think that's it.
Okay. I like it.
But yeah, I don't have exact plans of what I'm running, but it's going to be cold as we talked about. So whatever.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll get through it.
Together we can get through this, Grace.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So we are looking for any fun, interactive, interesting ideas you have for the podcast. Our ears are always wide open. Mine have some earwax in them, so I can't always hear it all, but they are always open for further discussion. Or if you have anybody who has a story that you think would be great on the show, let us know. Let the Running Mullet Facebook page know, whatever it may be. But that's the point of this podcast, is to grab everybody from all corners, so we don't want to miss anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, we have fun things to talk about, like how running is dumb.
Yeah, and we got some maybe top 10 lists coming up in the near future. We got some fun stuff, but
we do have some fun stuff coming up.
Cool. All right.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Tune in every 7:30 p.m. on Monday Eastern Time. We will talk about all things running from the front of the pack to the back of the pack. And find us on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the YouTubes, and like and share with all your buddies. And we're on all the podcast platforms, and that's it. And it's super cool.
All right, everybody, have a good night. Enjoy your week. I hope it's a fast one. Hope you don't freeze your rears off. Get out and run. It's just cold. It won't kill you. Just put layers on. And protect little fella downstairs, because it gets cold. And I hope if your uterus falls out, pop it back in fast, because it's going to freeze like instantly. Like, when you throw up the cup of hot water when it's really cold out, turns to steam there, or turns to ice crystals.
Yeah.
You
don't need a uterus. You can get rid of it.
Oh, all right. Well, then just lay. And I mean, it's kind of like your dog going to the bathroom. You should probably pick it up and put it in a bag at least, and carry it home with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's uteruses laying all over the neighbor's yard, and we don't
want that.
Maybe next show we'll talk about the uteruses all over people's yards.
Yeah, it goes against leave no trace concept. So.
Yes, exactly. Perfect. On that note, have a great week. We will see you Monday at 7:30. Take us out, Grace.
Thanks, everybody. You're awesome. Bye.